Good morning, class. Welcome to St. Peter's School. So, this is your science class, and in previous class, we have already completed chapter number one. Now, today, we are going to discuss about the question and answer. So, take out your books and take out page number five. Okay, so we will start with the question answer. Hope you all are doing good. Hope you all are doing your assignments given by all the teachers or given by me to do in your notebook. So please do every assignments in your notebook regularly. Okay, so that there should be no pending work for you to do in a day. Okay, so let's start with the question answer. First question is use Whitaker's method to classify bacteria, protozoa, fungi, algae, prokaryotic and eukaryotic microbes. Okay, so when we are studying this point that the classification of microbes, so we have seen that every microbes comes under the particular kingdom. So basically, what question is saying to describe all the kingdoms divided on the Whitaker's classification. Okay, so the answer will be according to Robert Harding Whittaker. Given below are the characteristic feature of bacteria, protozoa, fungi, algae, prokaryotic or eukaryotic microbes. Everything is considered under the Whittaker's classification. How to classify different types of microbes or the different types of organisms. So what classification process Whittaker's followed? He follows the first of all what is the prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell and then multicellular and unicellular. On the basis of this, he divided the kingdom into five parts, that is Monera, Protista, fungi, Plantae, and Animalia. So we will discuss we will write here all the characteristics of the all the kingdoms. That is kingdom Monera, that is kingdom Protista, kingdom Fungi, kingdom Plantae, and kingdom Animalia. So at least four points or three points I have given every for the every kingdom. So you have to write this because actually it's not possible to it's not possible to write less than 4 points at least for the all the kingdoms. So write down all the characteristics of this kingdom in your notebook. Okay, so now discuss the characteristics of the all the kingdom. First of all, kingdom Monera, what you will write, as all the organism are unicellular, there is absence of multicellular body designs. Okay, so all the organism are unicellular in Monera kingdom because there is the absence of multicellular body design because the cell structure is not defined. So we are not we cannot we cannot determine for the given organism is multicellular or unicellular. So it is considered that Monera is a unicellular organism. They may have either an autotrophic or heterotrophic mode of nutrition. When we are discussing this Monera kingdom, we have a doubt of that what is the mode of their nutrition. Is it autotrophic or is it heterotrophic? That's why the Whittaker's classification is some of the it is considered that the Whittaker's classification has some good and bad. We have studied about the good and bad features of Whittaker's classification. So these all are the some bad features of the Whittaker's classification because he was not cleared about the nutrition basis of Monera kingdom. He was not determined about the unicellular and multicellular structure. So these are prokaryotic cells without well-defined nucleus or cell organelles, as we all have discussed already. It will come under the prokaryotic cells. So that's why the cell organelles are not defined. All types of blue-green algae and bacteria is included in this kingdom. Blue-green algae and bacteria is considered in this organism. So that's why we are discussing here the kingdom Monera. Kingdom Protista, these are unicellular eukaryotic organism with a well-defined nucleus enclosed in a nuclear membrane. So it will considered under a eukaryotic cell. Okay, these organisms can be either autotrophic or heterotrophic. Again, they are not determined about this. That is the Protista kingdom is having autotrophic or heterotrophic in a nutritional nature. Okay, they have whip-like flagella or pseudopodia or a hair-like like cilia, which helps in locomotion. Well, when we are studying about the Protista kingdom, we discussed about this, that they have a hair-like structure for the help of locomotion. Locomotion is what is it for the movement. Now, kingdom fungi, they may be unicellular or multicellular, non-green, heterotrophic, and eukaryotic organism. What is the features? They have unicellular or multicellular. Again, they are not determined about this. The structure has unicellular or multicellular, but yes, it's non-green in color, heterotrophic, and eukaryotic organism. We are determined about the nutrition of the fungi, but we are not determined about the structure of fungi. Heterotrophic means it depends, it to used to grow on the other things, okay, dead and decaying animals or something. Most of them are saprotrophs and they feed on a dead organic matter. Why they are called saprotrophs? In heterotrophic also they are saprophytic. It means that totally dependent on the dead organism. It can't grow themselves on a living body. They can grow only on the dead body. Some fungi are thread-like and most of nuclei are present in the cytoplasm. Their cell walls are made up of complex and tough sugar called chitin. This is very important point. It might be asked you somewhere that fungi has a tough sugar layer, outer layer is called chitin. Okay, now example for the fungi are mushrooms, baker's yeast, penicillium, aspergillus, that is fungus on corn. Okay, aspergillus is fungus on corn. So these all are very common examples when which we see around us. Fourth kingdom is kingdom plantae. They are mainly multicellular and eukaryotic organism. They are of non-motile nature. Okay, they are non-motile nature. Plantae is plant. We all know that plant cannot move. They are mainly multicellular and eukaryotic. All the plants come under the plantae kingdom. The plants is mostly contain chlorophyll pigments and they are an autotrophic mode of nutrition. Their cell wall is composed of cellulose and not chitin like that of fungi. So that on the basis of 2 points that they don't have outer layer, sugar layer that like chitin, they have outer layer like cellulose, plantae kingdom, and the fungi don't have chlorophyll, they are non-green in color. So on the basis of that point only, fungi is considered as a separate kingdom. It's not considered under the plantae kingdom. Okay, fifth is the kingdom Animalia. It's all the animals comes under the kingdom Animalia. These organisms are multicellular or eukaryotics. Absence of cell walls in these organisms, so that's why it is considered as a separate kingdom. It's not come under plantae kingdom because they are not having a cell wall. Absence of chloroplast in animals is they mostly have a heterotrophic mode of nutrition. So these are very simple points related to every kingdom. So these all are very important points. So you have to write all these points in your notebook in the question number one answers and learn it by heart because these are very. I hope that all of you have understood. If you all of you have understood this chapter, you don't need to learn this. It is only understood to you every point, so you can write it by your own also. But for this time what you can do, you can just note down all the characteristics of this kingdom and in the question number one answer. So now move to the question number two is the question is complete the five kingdom method. Okay, so complete the five kingdom method of classification using living organism: prokaryotics, eukaryotics, multicellular, unicellular, protista, animals, plants, and fungi. This is nothing. This is just the classification done by the Whitakers. You can find it on the page number one. Okay, page number one, the classification table is given there that living organism is divided into first prokaryotics and eukaryotics. Uh, After prokaryotes, Whitaker's considered unicellular. Okay, because he find that in prokaryotes most of the organism are unicellular, and the Monera kingdom has been classified here. In eukaryotics, he considered two: unicellular, multicellular. In unicellular, protista, while in multicellular, fungi, plantae, and animalia. So this is the tabular form. You can say this is the tabular form done. That is the Whitaker's classification done for the living organism. He divided into five kingdom, that is Monera, Protista. Finally then he comes to this point that there is a five kingdom: Monera, Protista, fungi, plantae, and Animalia. So nothing, it's the five kingdom classification table which is already given on your page number one. So Now move to the question number three, that is find out my partner. You can see that there is a one table given here, divided into two parts, that is A and B. Fungi, protozoa, virus, algae, bacteria. And in my B table, you can see that there is chlorella, bacteriophage, candida, amoeba, and prokaryotic. So what is this? It is nothing. It is the example of every kingdom. You can say that this is the example of every kingdom or every organism. This is the name of the example. So you have what you have to do. You have to just match this correct kingdom with their correct examples. So first of all, what is written? Fungi. Fungi, for the fungi, candida is the example. So in the front of fungi, you will write candida. Okay. Okay. And protozoa, you will write amoeba. So amoeba comes under the protozoa kingdom. Candida comes under the fungi kingdom. Virus, bacteriophage comes under the virus. Okay. Chlorella is a type of algae. And prokaryotic bacteria. Okay. Okay, so for bacteria, what will be the correct answer? I'm so sorry, but I think okay, so bacteria are the prokaryotics. In the front of bacteria, you will write the prokaryotic because bacteria are prokaryotic in nature, and virus structure is not defined. So you can say here that the virus is a bacteriophage. For example, virus example is bacteriophage, while bacteria is prokaryotic. Somehow I am a little bit confused about the virus and the bacteria, but in next class I will confirm you about this. So it is correct or not, but as per me right now, that for the virus it should be bacteriophage, and for bacteria it is prokaryotic because bacteria is a you can see on the page number in your book also, in the when you will see the characteristic of bacteria is written here. Yeah, okay, so you can read here: unicellular independent parasitic organism. Sometimes many bacteria together form colonies. Okay, bacterial cell is prokaryotic with cell wall. So second point, it's yes. So then it is correct. Bacteria is a prokaryotic in nature, while for virus, its the example is bacteriophage. Okay, there is a virus which is bacteriophage. Okay, so these are the three questions. In next class, we will again discuss the more questions given in your book. Question number 4, 5, 6, okay, and so on. So in next class, we will discuss rest of the questions. Till the time, take care and bye bye.